Our first story tonight, chances are you probably know where you were born and maybe a little bit about your parents' life. But how much do you know about your grandparents or even great-grandparents? Naperville News Extra's Alyssa Bohennick has more on how you can grow your family tree.
Tracing your family history is not a new idea for many people, but recently the hobby has grown in popularity. Both Doreen Marvin and Laura Kavorak know it takes a great deal of patience to uncover the past. But thanks to growing technology, their job has gotten a bit easier.
When I first started doing this, it would take a very long time to send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the location wherever you wanted to the archives, to the county clerks. And it would be 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
One of the reasons the internet has helped increase the interest in genealogy is because you can sit down now at home if you have 30 minutes and look something up and find things.
That's just what a group at the Naperville Public Library has come to do.
I wanted to get more serious about it, and Naperville Library has offered a number of classes that have been helpful in getting me aware of all the different websites that are available and which ones are more beneficial than others.
Both Kavarik and Doreen visit the library often to help families find their long-lost past, which got me thinking about mine. So I decided to trace my family's history. To do this, I asked Doreen to help. We started the search by keying in on certain dates of my mom's side of the family, the Steppens. And to my surprise, we were able to find out more than I ever expected.
This is Maria
Wow.
Schmierdiak. So she was born in 1890 and died in 1959.
Maria was my great-great-aunt, who came over to America from Poland when she was just 20 years old, only a few years younger than me. I also found out what she left in the first place.
That's when the Germans bombed.
Wow.
So I'm thinking that's why they were
left.
coming over.
Wow.
Because this was about World War I.
My family eventually made their way to Chicago, and from then on grew to include myself. And to further my search, I shared the stories with my mother, Carol Bohennick. And for her, it hit even closer to home.
Unfortunately, Grandpa's not here that I could show him some of this. I'm sure he would have been fascinated to see some of this stuff. Yeah, it kind of gives you a connection, you know. You know those people were there before, but it gives you more of a connection and a little bit of history, and you learn a little bit more about them.
My mom then called out my grandma for her own help and revealed even more about our history we can share.
One of the things she told me was that my grandparents, your dad's parents, owned a store in Chicago. And during the Depression, they traded food for other things from people because they couldn't afford food. And then they wound up trading the store for a farm in Indiana. So that's how I wound up being raised and born out in Indiana.
And then that got my whole family talking about generations past and the connections we continue to make every day.
My grandfather and my father, that's my Auntie Ann, my father's oldest sister. 1960, it was Mother's Day, it says. Grandmother in 1971. That's my grandfather and my aunt.
It's like a mystery. So if you like mysteries on TV, this is a real life mystery where you get to deal with people that you're connected to.
Family here.
And just like that, she was hooked.
I'd like to dig deeper and see what else is out there that I don't know about.
But that was only half of the picture. In tracing my dad's side, we ran into some problems. But according to Doreen, if you think you've hit a brick wall, think again.
Keep searching, keep asking. You know, it's fun, it's intriguing, and there's lots of magic that goes with it. I think if you really believe that you're going to find something, that those relatives are there with you. They're helping you find what you need to find.
Turns out a look at the past can help connect you to who you are in the present. Continuing the search, I'm Alyssa Bohennick for Naperville News Extra.